Hey guys, what's up? It's Joe Raiti from Raiti's Rides. We are here in Las Vegas for the 2021 edition of the SEMA show. Lots of action inside, but definitely a lot more action outside. And walking around, look what I have found. This is one of those homologation models. It's a 2021 Toyota GR Yaris. But before we get into this WRC homologation special, let's talk about what's going on here. Toyota. Many people, when they hear that name, they think of dependability, they think of reliability, but you know what? Toyota has done so much, not only on racetracks, but also rally stages around the world. Originally, when you look at vehicles like Camry, like Corolla, we think of normal transportation, but there are other vehicles in their lineup that really bring out the history. Obviously, Toyota Supra still making tons of waves, but the Celica actually was one of the first WRC homologation models. We brought those homologation models to you here on Raiti's Rides, but this particular one is not really available in the United States. This Yaris, GR Yaris, they made a certain amount of them for participation in the WRC series. And if you're wondering what was WRC, World Rally Championship. It is the pinnacle of rally racing around the world. Toyota's done the business, won championships. What Carlos Sainz in that Toyota Celica GT4. But with this Yaris, very interesting vehicle. Now the Yaris is not even available anymore in the United States like it is around the world. This particular one actually shares two different car components. The front end of a Toyota CHR and the rear end of a Corolla brought it together, two-door special only. So let's go ahead, let's find out, is this the ultimate small hot hatch of them all and a rare car that you're only gonna see maybe once every 200 years? Let's dive in to this GR Yaris and find out. Right off the bat, the style, very, very small wheelbase. With that shorter wheelbase, that's gonna allow the vehicle to handle the rally stages really effectively. Starting at the front of the business, you're gonna notice flared fender. Not only flared fender up front, but wait until we get to the rear, even wider rear flared fenders. Now, headlight design, you'll notice that we have LED headlights, LED daytime running lamps. I wish they would not have put the silver around each of the elements. I wish it was all blacked out, so I am gonna zonk that, but I'm definitely not zonking that nice flared fender look. Really, really clean, just like the rally car. And you'll notice that we have gloss black around this lower section that does have that traditional round rally LED fog lamps. Love the divider work. Of course, the Michelin Man, because we have special Michelin tires on this vehicle. Coming across the front end of the business, you'll see the width. This car has a presence. Even though it's a small subcompact hatchback, it's got a presence to it. We got GR, Gazoo Racing. That is the arm of Toyota that does all their international motorsports racing. You'll notice that we do have these large openings. The zonk is that they're not functional. On the rally car, they're functional, but not on the homologation model. Would have been nice to have those functional, but you do have that massive open grille area, and you'll see a bright silver intercooler peeking from behind because we have turbocharged power, more functionality up top, the Toyota badge, but look at that width. Look at the way we have air intakes up top on that up portion. But when we look at power, what are we talking about? We're talking about a 1.6 liter turbocharged inline 3. Yes, it's a 3-cylinder engine, 257 horsepower, 266 pound-feet of torque. It's mated to a 6-speed manual transmission only. The car weighs 2,900 pounds, 0 to 60, if you know how to dance on your twinkle toes, 5.2 seconds. Quarter mile goes by 13.8 seconds. Top speed, 143 miles per hour. And remember, they're making a very limited amount of these available in Mexico, not available in the United States. When we rise up, you'll see that bulge of a hood. Love the TRD style graphics that this particular one has. And when we come around the bend, what are we working with? Wheel and tire setup. I'm loving these optional forged T55 wheels, that nice gunmetal gray Y-spoke design. And like I told you, wrapped in those Michelin Pilot Sport Cup 2 tires. super sticky tire. And if you're wondering, well, Joe, is this front wheel drive? No way, Jose. This is all-wheel drive to get the power to the ground. You'll see that we have longer wheel studs. The way that the lug nuts are on here with those longer wheel studs. We also have two-piece rotors, and they're slotted and ventilated, and I like the nice large red calipers with the GR badging. If you're wondering, well, what's the size of this? This is an 18-inch wheel, 245 on the width, 40 series sidewall. We got the lowering springs to give it the perfect amount of wheel space between the tire and the inside of the fender. And I like the nice, simple, clean GR badge. Just want to point out, the graphics have been added by the owner, but they really tie in perfectly to what Toyota would run on their WRC cars. Now, when we come around the bend, look at some of the style, look at some of the way that the proportions of this car, especially with the front, that width, bringing all that cool air. When we come around the bend, you'll see that nice flared fender look. And I'm gonna stand right about here and show you just the wheelbase, not a very, very long wheelbase, 2 doors. Normally, Yaris, you get that 4-door, 2 doors only, manual transmission only. And then as we come back, you have this nice low roof spoiler extending off the back, nice clean design, and we have a full carbon fiber roof. Now, if you're wondering, why would we put a carbon fiber roof on a Yaris? The reason why is that, first of all, it cuts weight. That shaves about almost 10 pounds of weight off the top. We're lowering the center of gravity, plus the carbon fiber roof does not flex like aluminum. So that's gonna give you more rigidity to the chassis. But swinging around the back, I'm gonna have Lori kind of swing around all the way on this side to really showcase what's going on the back, but you'll see how wide the tail end of the business is, the GR Yaris badge, LED lighting, and then really showing that flared fender to get that extra rubber to meet the road. As we kind of drop down, you'll notice that we have a dual exhaust setup, 1 exhaust on each side. Nice kind of slash cut, round tip with the simple diffuser. You can see your LED reverse lights, GR4. Now, if you're wondering why is this being called a GR4, it's because of the all-wheel drive capability. Another thing I love, no rear wiper. The wiper is tucked underneath to swing down. You can see that extra extension, and all of this is aerodynamically proven to do the business. And like I said, on the interior, you'll have a little bit of a plaque that says built for homologation purposes only. We come around the bend, focusing on that flared fender. I told you there's flared fenders up front, flared fenders out back. I love the metallic flake in that paint job. And let's go ahead and focus on the rear. Now, out back, with these custom wheels, forged wheels, 18-inch wheels, just like up front, and you're gonna get that same great diameter, 245s all the way around with those great slotted, fully ventilated rotors. And look at this, the perfect amount of gap between the top of the tire, inside of the fender. But that's what makes this car special. You're not gonna see one of these really ever in the United States, except for at SEMA, of course. That's where certain things pop out. But if you like certain cars that really stand out, I mean, look at the interior. It's simple in design, but you have that 6-speed manual transmission. Save the manual transmissions. That's what this car is all about. But hopefully, we will be getting the opportunity to get behind the wheel, maybe not of this particular GR Yaris, but hopefully one very, very soon so that we could showcase. It may not sound like a lot when you say 1.6 liter inline 3 turbocharged engine, but the point of this car weighing 2,900 pounds and having all-wheel drive and having a 6-speed manual transmission, let me know what you think. Is this the hot hatch that you want Toyota to bring to the United States? Would the car sell here? That's the big $1 million question. But if you want to keep seeing imports, large, small, and everything in between on Raiti's Rides while we're here at SEMA, let me know in that comment section. If you are new to the channel and you're on your way out, hit that subscribe button. I promise you it's worthwhile coming back for more. If you are a subscriber, this is how we do it. We're live for you at SEMA to make you feel like you're here with us. Let me know if you really, truly feel like you're here with us at SEMA, because that's what we want to bring to you. It's not only the cars, but this amazing experience. Speaking of amazing, we need to thank Lori, being that muscle behind the camera, muscle behind the lens. She is really wanting to get behind the wheel of this Yaris. she actually told me that if it was to come to the United States, she would actually consider buying one of these because of that 6-speed manual transmission. So be interesting to also get Lori behind the wheel of a Yaris GR for sure. But thank you, Lori, for all that you do. And just like always, guys, I'll see you on the next ride.